Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, I'm going to be covering 4 things that can deteriorate a woman's attraction to you. Now keep in mind, there are a lot of things that are unfortunately out of your control, and sometimes no matter what you do, things just won't work out with everyone. But that's okay, and I want you to remember that while you're dating. However, I think all of these things are in your control, and I think it can be helpful to know to ensure that you don't make these things a habit or make these mistakes. So the first thing is expecting her to lead or taking sort of a passive approach to dating altogether. Now, I'm not saying that you need to make every single decision for the rest of your life or the rest of your time with this girl, but I think it is so important to show your ability to be a leader, especially in the beginning. Nobody imagines what they want in a partner and thinks, I really hope I find someone who puts in absolutely no effort and who expects me to make every single decision. Said no woman or man ever. Taking this passive approach can be perceived as less attractive to women because it can signal a lack of assertiveness, leadership, or confidence, which are qualities that many women find attractive in a man. Many women prefer a partner who takes initiative, who's proactive in making decisions or pursuing their own goals. Even for your own sake, being consistently passive can lead to missed opportunities, a lack of personal growth, and just an inability to have your own opinion or stand for what you believe in, which is not attractive or good for you. If you're not putting any effort into facilitating a date with this girl and you're expecting her to do all the work, or you aren't helping plan the date at all in terms of where to go, what time to meet, sharing your schedule, it's so important that you take the lead here and you show that you're someone who can make a decision and she can count on it. Again, I'm not saying you need to make every decision ever when it comes to your time spent with this girl, but in the beginning, I think it is so attractive when you are a man with a plan and when you make the plan for the first date. Again, that's just an example here. This could apply to many other things in your dating life or your life in general. But when it comes to women and attraction, women find it so sexy when you take the initiative, when you actually put in effort and show that you care to plan a date. Instead of being the guy who's scrambling to get something together at the last minute or saying, whatever you want to do, or I don't care. Instead, be the guy who says, hey, I know you mentioned you really like tacos. How about we go to fill in the blank, insert with a taco restaurant at 5 p.m. on Saturday. That's it. She's either going to say yes, she's going to say no, she's going to say 5 doesn't work, is 6 okay? Great, you've just facilitated a date, you're going somewhere you know that she's going to like, and you made a plan. Congratulations, it was that easy. So again, expecting the woman to lead and taking a passive, no-effort approach is not going to get you very far, and it's certainly not going to help with attracting a great woman. The next thing that's going to destroy a woman's attraction to you is neglecting yourself. When you neglect yourself, it not only negatively impacts you, but also your significant other, and this can play a huge role in attraction or keeping this element of your relationship alive if this is a relationship type situation. Taking care of yourself is essential for your well-being, but also the health of your relationship. The better you are on your own, the better you can be for the people around you. And not to mention, physical attractiveness tends to point back to one thing: health. If you are neglecting your health and well-being both inside and out, this can absolutely impact a woman's attraction to you, and not in a positive way. It is so important to take care of yourself through proper nutrition, moving your body, proper grooming and hygiene, etc. I could really go on and on here, but I think it is crucial to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and not neglecting yourself because yes, this can absolutely deteriorate a woman's attraction to you. A key element of your health and well-being is making sure that you have proper gut health. And that's why I'm so excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Ritual. Synbiotic Plus is not your average probiotic. It's a 3-in-1 prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. It has 2 of the world's most clinically studied probiotic strains because quality is more important than quantity when it comes to a probiotic. Probiotics help support immune health. It's estimated that 70% of the immune system is located in the gut. Diet can impact our gut, and sudden changes in diet can lead to digestive discomforts like bloating, but daily use of supplements like Synbiotic Plus can help ease these digestive discomforts. Synbiotic Plus was especially helpful during my most recent trip to Japan since travel can sort of throw off your gut balance. I feel less bloated since taking Synbiotic Plus daily because of its strains of probiotics, and I really like the minty essence of the capsules itself. Big fan. So go to ritual.com/CourtneyRyan25 or click the link in the description and use code CourtneyRyan25 for 25% off of your first month of Ritual. The next thing on my list here is chronically online behavior. Nothing destroys attraction quite like asking a woman on a first date what she brings to the table because you saw it on a podcast. Moment of silence for that one. There are some questions that you just shouldn't have to ask. You'll learn the value that someone brings to your life and relationship with time. And if you don't, they probably aren't bringing the value that you're looking for. That is just an example. Aside from that brain dead question, there are a ton of other chronically online behaviors that just make you look bad. Being chronically online gives the impression that you lack real-world interactions and can impact the way that you view relationships and women altogether. I want you guys to remember that not everything is black and white, and not every single thing online will apply to you, and I think this is so important to remember when you're in real life and real-life dating interactions. I've also noticed a pattern with people who are chronically online that translates incredibly poorly to these real-world interactions. Many people who are chronically online try to twist everything into a controversy or an argument or a debate and lack the ability to understand nuance and overall are pretty unpleasant. Being online so much that it completely skews your sense of reality isn't helpful for your life off of the internet and certainly isn't helpful for your dating life. I also want to mention that bitterness and hatred towards the opposite gender that is propelled by overly negative content or chronically online takes isn't helpful and certainly isn't contributing to the success of your dating life or a woman's attraction to you. Again, I could go on and on in this chronically online section because there are so many different examples I could give you, but my main point of this one is to understand that the content that you're consuming, the people that you're interacting with, the people that you're following online and looking up to can absolutely impact your dating life, and this can be a positive thing or a negative thing, and the choice is ultimately yours to make. I would be very selective about the content that you're consuming online and understand just how much this can impact you, your everyday life, and your dating life, and honestly, overall, just your view towards women. We can absolutely talk about things women do that are not so great without getting to this point of hating women or having these really awful feelings towards an entire gender. So if you're getting to that point, I would encourage you to shut the internet down, go outside, take a walk, lay in the grass. I think for a lot of people, touching it is not enough. You need to lay down in it, okay? Roll around while you're at it. So please, this chronically online behavior has got to go. And again, it's not helping your dating life. And the next thing is overly clingy or seeking validation. Now, before I get into this one, I do want to note that some individuals may appreciate or thrive in a more dependent or close relationship. It all comes down to compatibility and what works for the people that are involved. But generally speaking here, regardless of attachment styles or compatibility, being a stage 5 clinger isn't something that I would consider to be healthy. And this is because clinginess often involves a constant need for attention, reassurance, a close proximity, all of which can infringe on a person's personal space and independence, leaving very little room for individual growth within a relationship, which again is very important. This begins to feel incredibly suffocating and completely turns women off. And I know a lot of men feel the same way. Clingy behavior can create emotional and psychological pressure on the other person involved. Constant demands for attention and reassurance can be overwhelming and completely draining, making it challenging to maintain a healthy balance in the relationship. Now, completely understandably here, great women might seek a partner who respects their boundaries and allows them to maintain a sense of emotional well-being, which, I'll be honest, is kind of the bare minimum of a relationship. So, again, understandably so. Constantly talking down on yourself, looking for the reassurance or validation 24/7, being a stage 5 clinger, none of these are great and will absolutely deteriorate a woman's attraction to you because a woman is attracted to confidence, a man who knows what he brings to the relationship, who has high self-esteem, who respects himself, who has boundaries, who has integrity. I mean, these are all really positive traits that women look for, and the reality is that if you're constantly seeking validation or reassurance or you're being a stage 5 clinger, you probably aren't at a place where you have those things. I'm not saying you need to be the most confident guy in the world or never have a weak moment or a moment of vulnerability or insecurity. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's very normal to feel those things. But I think when you let it be the constant state of your relationship and allow it to take over your life in a negative way, this is not going to be a positive thing for your dating life, your relationships, or a woman's attraction to you. Luckily though, there are a lot of really easy things that you can do and implement into your life to improve your confidence. And I think this will really help your relationships and the way that women feel about you. And at the end of the day, the most important thing, how you feel about yourself. I think this is so important and something that you should be doing regardless of what women think about it. But all right, guys, that's all I have for 4 things that will absolutely destroy a woman's attraction to you. Again, I want to reiterate that yes, these things do impact how women are attracted to you, how they view you, your dating life, your relationships, but also I don't think any of these help you as an individual in a positive way. And at the end of the day, I think that's a really important element of this as well. None of these things are helping you, and sometimes we just don't realize that until we hear someone else talk about it or explain it. So I really hope that this video helps. If you guys like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.